What is Press Start?
Press Start. It's a bunch of nerds being nerds together and having fun.
We have to call it a variety show with a late night twist / nerd culture show. It's got a bunch of different variations of what we talk about. So, and it's just a lot of fun. It's we collaborate together well. We come up with ideas and segments and titles all together, and it's so far hasn't failed us.
I honestly believe Press Start is the best college TV show. I really think that, because not only do you get video games, which everyone should love, you get laughs, you get information, correct information, good information, fun information, all the new trailers that come out, all the new video games that are going to come out, all the new comic books that are going to come out. You're going to know about it, and you're going to hear it from us.
Sophomore year of college, I met Greg. I knew who Greg was. Greg was this individual who was tech savvy. He knew everything what he was talking about. Fall TV club meeting of sophomore year, which was around, 2015? Greg was talking to somebody about, let's have like a podcast or a radio show about like nerd stuff, like movies coming out and all that. And I was like, oh, I was all gung-ho. Really didn't talk about it after that. From then on, it went full year. Nothing was talked about since then. Fall of junior year, which was 2016 fall, Greg came up with the idea again, but instead of a radio show, he wanted to make it like a TV show. So from that point, me and Greg started talking to Al. We talked to him about this nerd culture show, and he's like, I like it. Get me a proposal. 1 month goes by, and we did nothing until we get a text message from our friend Jeremy Jones. Jeremy straight up told us, and I'm paraphrasing here, he's like, are you two still doing something about a nerd culture show? Because if not, me and Matt Candrilli are gonna take that as our own. We're like, nah. So we're like, we'll team up and create a show. So it was me, Candrilli, Jeremy, and Greg. 4 people running a proposal for this show. And it got steam, we got ideas flowing. We kind of had a proposal, and we went to talk to Al about it, but he wanted more from us. And then we discussed it to people at the TV club meeting. I think it was the first or second. A bunch of people came up after that meeting and were like asking us, like, do you need help with certain things? Are you looking for hosts? Are you looking for talent? Are you looking for producers? And we were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. We didn't realize there's actual people who like this. And from that point, that's when I met Joe. It took me a while to learn his name, even though it was very, very easy to learn. Joe came in and had all these ideas. That's kind of where things began. That was like the roots of Press Start.
All right, stand by. 4, 3, 2.
The Walking Dead season finale happened last night on AMC. And yes, there will be spoilers. You have been warned. First spoiler, go. Joe.
Nobody died.
Nobody died?
Nobody died.
Nobody?
Nope.
What happened?
Dave, it was the worst finale I've seen in a while. Just not even from just this show, just in general. Nothing I was not satisfied in the slightest. The
Sounds
only
like the last, what, 3, 4 seasons?
Yeah, it was.
And I wasn't exaggerating. It was
No.
not that.
I trust you. Dude, I stopped watching after the 4th season.
So did everybody,
Yeah.
because you're smart. You're intellectual people.
I was like,
Me, the idiot.
Carl either. He sucked.
He does suck.
Carl.
Press Start is different in the variety aspect. There's not only the news we give you about nerd culture, there's we get to play video games on camera, which is like one of my favorite parts, and we get to have discussions about things popping up in nerd culture. And the thing is, we change. We have new segments like every few weeks that we're trying out, and they all seem to work.
I think it's just us being passionate about what we want to do.
We just have a lot of different characters who are so passionate about the project. We have the 5 producers that are passionate, but I think that's not what makes the show successful. What makes the show successful is every single one of our talent not only has that same level of passion, but they also have passion in different realms. It's such a broad, realm. Me personally, I'm really big into the video game and technology aspect, but like somebody like Joe is super huge into the movies and comics, and then, like other people are in different realms, and it just shows that everyone is so passionate and they want to bring that back full circle and get more involved.
The main kind of difference is it's technically, and from a technical standpoint and from a passion standpoint, the passion between the 5 of us about the subjects we talk about is there. And we're not making the show solely for the reason to say, I made a college TV show. We wanted to make it because we wanted to try and make something that's of a professional quality. Because all of us want to go into this field as a career, and if we were to make something that was both fun and enjoyable and something that we talked about while being of a very high quality, it would be very beneficial to us from an emotional standpoint and from a career standpoint. So the passion that really goes into this, I think, is kind of what sets it apart, because we're constantly discussing new ideas. We're not okay, our show is these 4 blocks and that's the same thing that we do every week. It's no. We have the same 2 blocks every week, which is news format, and then from there we sort of brainstorm new ideas for other blocks. We're constantly changing things. We have a constant rotation of guests. The focus isn't on one particular person on the show, it's about the show itself. The show is the star, not the person.
Roll courtesy. Alright, ready to get to stand by, dissolve, and dissolve. Kill it, go.
Welcome back. This is our segment called Split the Difference, and this time it's comic book versus movie. Scott Pilgrim, one of my personal favorites. We have Michelle here from our PR team, and our producer, Dom, on the show for the first time ever. This is awesome. Shall we split the difference?
Yeah.
All right, so,
No.
was it the same story? Did they change any
Dom's
major
going first, I can
components?
guarantee what you want.
Before
One
we
take. Dom
go
King.
any further, I'm just going to clarify something. The movie was supposed to be 2 separate movies.
It was supposed to be
It
2
was
separate movies?
supposed to be 2
That's true.
separate movies.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yes, because
One.
what happened was they were going book by book for most of the movie until they get to the third Evil X, and you could sort of see where they drop off. For instance, in book 3, there's MV's drummer for the movie.
Ready, G1 for drummer.
She's a
SP1
main
dissolve.
character in the final fight in the third one because
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
whole
yeah,
fight.
that's fine.
Man, a major role.
8,
Horror
6,
fight.
7,
And then they
6,
completely, after that point, they're like,
5,
which we gotta
4,
squeeze in the other 4
3,
X's in like the
2,
last hour.
1.
And then that goes on to another thing.
Right now, it is my, Matt Candrilli's, and Greg's senior year, our final spring semester.
Right now our plan is to pass on what we do for the show, something like Dom, where he's assigning people their positions, Matt, who directs the day of the show, myself, where I produce thumbnails and head up the PR team. We're trying to find people that will fill those roles.
We're leaving the show in our hands of our 2 other producers who have still another year here, Joe and Jeremy. I hope they continue to strive and improve everything because we're leaving it in their hands, and it's like a baby to all of us, and we want to see it grow.
Next year is going to be on me, Joe, and our 3 new producers we're getting. And we just got to take it from there.
Coming into college, did not expect to be where I am right now in producing a show. Like if you told me, graduating high school, me, that in like 2 years you're gonna be a part of a TV show with like a bunch of great people, and that you'd make a ton of new friends, I'd tell you you're crazy. Because I'm commuting from school. I always thought I would just go to class, eat lunch, go home, and now like the building that we're in right now, I live here, and I don't regret a single bit of it.
Can I just say that without this show, I probably wouldn't still be here at William Patterson right now. Because before I had gotten into this, like just doing this like every week, I was in a place where I was just like, is college even for me? Why am I here? I can just go back and go work and just make money and just not have to worry about loans. So without this show, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have found my passion for writing.
I mean, I just think Press Start is just probably one of the greatest things I've done with my college career. Like, is it miserable sometimes? You know, producing a cast of 20-something people with varying personalities, and especially dealing with some of my closest friends, putting up with all the drama that comes with producing a show. Yeah, do we get on each other's nerves? Do we fight? Do we argue? Absolutely. But I think the beautiful thing about that is that when we do fight and argue, it's not because we're mad at each other, we hate each other. It's because we want to see each other succeed. We want to see people do better. We want to see the show do better, because at the end of the day, the show is bigger than any of us individually.
I guess I just want to thank everyone who worked on the show, all my fellow producers. I want to thank Dom, Greg, Joe, and Jeremy especially, because they've really made this, a really fun experience for me. I'd like to thank all the cast and all the people who have consistently crewed the show, because this show is an award-winning show now. It's of a very high quality, I feel. I'm very proud of what we've done here, and I just want to thank everyone who's been involved in the process.
And Press Start WP. See you guys next week.
Ready? 4 start your move. 4 start your move. Dissolve. Nice job. Yeah. Credits. Go. Oh, what is that? Stand by to drop. Drop. Black. 3, 2, 1. All right, check it.
All right.
Wow, nailed that.
Nailed it.
That was all right.
6:15, folks.
Wow.
That's
That's
a
who's at
new
6:15?
record.